Boom, 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 boom. This is our introduction music. I'm beatboxing upon request. Welcome, everybody. I'm George, a software developer at Thoughtbot, and I'm here streaming, just following up on what we've been streaming in the last 2 weeks with my two partners here, Rami and Dimitar. Who wants to introduce himself?
Hey, I'm Rami. I am a designer here at Thoughtbot. We're looking into designing or converting a Figma mockup into an Eleventy design. And today George is driving, and Dimitar, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, today I'm spectating rather than driving. Happy to be here. I'm Dimitar. I'm a developer at Thoughtbot. And you may have noticed we've been doing this now for 3 weeks, and we wish to continue. So hopefully you'll see us every Wednesday.
Yeah. And shall we steal the Thoughtbot podcast question? What's up? No, what's new in your world? What's new in your world, peeps?
I can start with this one. So what's new is related to this project. Yesterday, I merged what we had done in previous streams. So now we're starting from the main branch. Everything is cleaned up. There's a lot of work in progress, or lots of things that we still have to do. But I've tied some loose ends when it comes to fetching data or some of the CSS conflicts that we had between branches. And I think we're on a good basis for today.
So serious, straight to business. It's like, Remy, what's new in your world?
Well, as you probably know, I'm working on an incubator program here at Thoughtbot. We have the Connect project that the first 6 weeks, it's been really, I don't know, maybe difficult because there was no goal, or there's a lot of ambiguity and things that just weren't very clear. But this week, things started to become very clear, actually crystal clear, and I think we're going into like a downhill phase where we know exactly what we need to do, and it's just about implementing.
Yeah, I've
So
been
that's what.
listening to the interviews for Connect. I was curious. It's a fun ride just to find a market fit over a product that doesn't exist yet. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah. You can
it's
also check updates on the Thoughtbot blog. There are two actually uh, uh, update blogs on Connect itself, so you can check that out on thoughtbots.com/blog.
let's go.
How about you?
Now. Yay! Fume! Just we're getting professional about this. Like you just jump and say, "What's up in your world?" Last week, unintentionally, involuntarily, I got myself two entertaining coaches. I just somehow received feedback from the stream, and they said that I need to start being entertaining, more entertaining, like just explosively entertaining. So I'd like to thank Valeria and Svenja for the advices, and just I hope that I'll make you proud. And just like it's a learning curve anyway. It's just yeah, and that's what's new in my world. It's just that I expect as well harsh, constructive feedback afterwards that tells just me what I should do else or different next week. Um, And so, yeah, we're just, as Dimitar said, we have a repo ready. Just as Rami said, we're trying to build uh, a page just for designer at Thoughtbot. And I'm yeah, not being really strong with design, not liking design. I think that instead of trying to have the 11T look like the Figma, we should try to have the Figma look like the 11T. That would make my job easier, no?
That will, yeah, that will make we'll give you no job basically, because
Yes,
you already have
please.
a lot of stuff. Okay, let's look at this systematically. No, can you go back to the website? Yeah, I'm just trying to identify the differences and what we need to fix. This one is easy. Basically, we just need to add the add TV.
Okay.
And then we have this, switch these two, like bring it to the top. And also over here, all these. Hello?
Yeah, I got away. Was it me?
I don't know, somebody. So
Somebody.
switch these, put the title or the name of the author on top on all of these. What else? Can you scroll a little bit? Do we need more than like 5? Do we need maybe just keep it? No. Yeah, just focus on the blog section. Do we need 5 blogs, or we keep it down to 3 maybe? And fix this part over here. Just put in one line. So, and also bring this guy over here. So let's start with the
that's gonna
easiest.
be the tough one. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Let's start from the top, I guess. Let's just add design at Thoughtbot.
Okay. Now, I didn't prepare at all, so I have no idea what file I'm gonna change. It's a layout, sprint guide, base.
It's not sprint guide. I think it's under the blog, right?
It's under blog. So let's look for blog. No. Boom. Let's look for blog post. Where is blog post mentioned? Index. And what is this index? Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Boom.
So if you add Thoughtbot.
No, not on the title. On the latest blog.
Is it here?
Oh, design blog. Yeah, thank you. Pum, and it looks like a TB with a space? With a space. No. And why did it capitalized? Because of the eyebrow?
Yeah, I think it's because of the eyebrow.
How do we do it in the others? So design sprint. Where is design sprint? Okay, let's steal this.
George,
So
the layout is not, I mean, can you maybe make the sidebar a little bit smaller?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. And so you're copying from the design sprint?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm super good at copying, you'll see. So this is done, right? Looks done.
Yeah. Looks
okay.
Boom.
Then next one was
Does it have space between them? Should it have space?
So the design where you design sprint didn't have space.
And on the blog, same thing?
And on the blog, same thing.
Yeah, okay, so it's just like think about it as an email or something, so shouldn't have space. Okay, so next part is moving the author line to the top.
Yeah. Bam.
And also on the featured blogs. Also, the spacing is not so good.
Like there's too much top.
Yeah, like the spacing between the header here is too small, and this should be a little bit smaller also. And just add more space here, and decrease maybe here, but we'll get to that. Let's do. Did you do the feature block? Yeah.
So yeah.
Great.
Boom, boom.
I would like to give Dimitri some time. Would you like to join us?
I have a question about the. Well, first of all, we have some congratulations already. That was easy and done. In fact, we're off to a strong start. Since now we see only the browser and the editor, I was wondering, Rami, are you looking at the Figma on your side and comparing?
Yeah.
Or okay,
Yeah.
so when you're saying that they should be more spaced out or something, that's what you're going by, not
I felt like we're just blazing through these, not explaining, and that's not a good thing, honestly. So yeah, let's zoom in a little bit on the Figma.
Oops.
A little bit. Okay. I think the next easy thing is just remove the last three. So just have three.
Remove which one?
The last three posts.
Oh yeah.
In the featured part.
You think that's easy?
I'm guessing.
So we're where are we iterating? Feature post in blogs feature post. So that means that it's rather a GS thing, no? We go fetch and we transform the feeds and go feed.js, and here we slice the first and we would like the then 0. Can I do that in JavaScript?
There's only one way to find out.
Normally it should crash with an error. Did it crash with an error? Yes. Okay, we can't do that in JavaScript. Okay. Now, how do I say that I want? Of course, that's the Ruby way. That doesn't work at all in JavaScript. If I slice, it's not going to take them, is it? It's just going to take them out, cut them out. How do I select in JavaScript the first three? So
So it slices the first one. What does the slice do?
It gets rid of the latest.
Okay.
So the way that I know I get a solution, but it's ugly, and there's an easy way to do it, is this one, no? And why do I still have 5? Do I need to restart? No, it has changed. It does know that it changed. But it doesn't select them. Oh yeah, I actually formatted post 1. I don't even need a slice actually. 1, 2, 3, and this would crash if I don't have a 3 post. But come on. Okay, let's restart. Okay, so we have 3 posts, but that's not pretty code.
It's not. Yeah, it's not pretty at all.
How do I select a certain amount of things in JavaScript? JavaScript select a certain amount of element. select, not select. A
Okay,
range.
do range.
Yeah, I want a
Yeah.
range. So slice returns a shallow copy of a portion of an array with a begin and okay, boom. So formatted post slice 1 to 3. Thank you, Copilot. It should have worked earlier. Ooh, 1 to 4, because 3 is not included. Boom.
Awesome. Okay, so let's switch back to the Figma.
Badam. Badam.
Okay.
There it is.
So we have, first of all, we have the shade of the black is wrong also.
Yeah.
And you have
Gray.
the space here. Can you just look up the space that we have over here, how much it is?
How do I look up on Figma? No idea.
Okay, let me do it. Okay. How? It's going in.
I'll close this. Okay, go ahead.
Am I controlling it?
Yeah, you have the cursor.
I say I have like 23 pixels, also not including the actual space in the box here. So just get an idea. It's generally, I guess, 40 pixels maybe. We don't really need to implement it by pixel, but we just get an idea. And over here, how much is it?
Bam, 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 bam.
On the browser itself.
Yeah. Tubes. 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 Where are you? And
Can you put the inspector on the bottom so we don't go into mobile mode?
duck to bottom. Bam.
Yeah. So now if you highlight the latest blog, okay, and yeah, so it's 0 here, but you, like on yeah, over here there was some margin. Yeah, this margin.
Yeah, I know. Bam, 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 bam. Let's.
How much is that? It's 12, and
Yeah.
it's on the wrapper, right?
It's on the content. On the yeah, the one that gets all this.
Yeah.
That's the names.
And the H3 has no margin on it, right? Can you highlight the H3?
0 margin.
Yeah, so maybe we should add margins to the headers, all of them actually. But let's just start with the H3 for now.
Okay, cool. I'm on the H3. I'll change the code, but just like, can you,
Yeah, okay.
do you want margin bottom and top?
Yeah, let's do that. And maybe give it
Let's start with the bottom.
1M. That's too much, no?
You're asking me? I don't see the difference. I'm a software developer. Like,
what do you think, Dimitri?
So are you talking about the spacing between latest blog and
yeah, let's 3/4.
So what I think is in relative terms, and we can see it a little bit on the Figma mockup. So I think that the latest blog is closer to the section below than to the title above. So for example, right now it looks like it's the same proportions more or less. I know it's it's not exactly the same spacing, but it looks already better than before. But yeah.
Okay. We also need to get the font size right, because that actually affects it a lot, at least visually. So the font size, you don't have the fonts, so that actually might skew everything. It should be, let me just look what font I have over here. It's supposed to be Calibre. Do you have Calibre? Like choose, yeah, choose here.
You want me to type Calibre?
Yeah, continue. Do you have it? Nope.
Calibre.
So, do you have it?
It's
no.
I don't know.
It should.
I see it here.
Should autocomplete. Yeah. So what this is saying is basically these.
No, I don't have it.
Missing. All of these actually, Avenir, all of these, and it's basically asking you to replace them. So either download them or
I don't know. I guess I don't have Calibre.
Where does this come from? The missing fonts thing? Is it Figma showing this?
Yeah. So these the Figma itself, the Figma file has these fonts, and because it's taking these fonts from the system of whoever designed these mockups, and George doesn't have it on their system. So is Calibre an open font? Can you just download it?
No idea. And just even if I would then load it, I have no idea how. So Calibre is I'll go Calibre font. I do. Boom, 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 boom. I can then load it, but then I don't even know what to do with it.
Just install it. So double click on this.
Even.
Yeah, and
completely.
Are you using Linux?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you do that? Okay, but yeah, extract it, I guess, and add it to your font book, wherever Ubuntu or Linux has as an equivalent. What happens if you double click on it?
Like this is going to open the file, I guess.
Install. So just, yeah. Why don't you select all of them and open them?
Yeah. It's not going to open them all. Then let's extract in home software. Where's software? Software. I'll add fonts. Bam.
So I'm still a little bit confused as to what is happening.
We're installing fonts.
Can you explain? Yeah, but can you explain why? So I would assume that Figma being web-based software, I can use the fonts directly in Figma even if I don't have them on my system.
No.
Why isn't Figma fetching them from online?
Because these fonts are like, they just read from your system. You can't possibly have all fonts in the world, I guess. I don't know if that answers your question, but basically it's designed to read from my system because I'm guessing there is like all these copyrights, so they don't have to worry about this, and it's just up to the user. Does that make sense? Like you can't possibly expect Figma to embed all these fonts for us in their own software.
Right. But interestingly enough, we have the font in the actual implementation that we're working on, the Eleventy project, because the font is there in the project itself.
Yeah, so that another way for George to do it is just go through the GitHub repo and install it from there. So now is it working?
I've installed it. Where do we get that button with the that showed that I was missing a font?
So double click on like this group over here. Okay. I think you probably just need to restart Figma and it will
Yeah, I've reloaded it since.
Really?
Yeah.
But okay, so this actually looks different. It looks like the way it looks on my screen. So I'm guessing it is working. Yeah. Remember, it was like darkish gray and large.
I trust you again. Like, I don't see it.
Okay. Actually, this was this is what I was thinking about. Yeah.
And this one, yeah, this one has our font. This one is Calibra.
Yeah, but the size is what's the size? The H3,
Font
I guess.
size.
If you look at computed here, maybe.
Why?
George, would you mind zooming in the DevTools section of the?
Yeah.
Can I zoom in?
Yeah.
It says it's 36 pixels.
Yeah.
And on the Figma, it's 27. So
go to content headers.
Yeah, let's look under the hood and see what's going on there.
Then do we have a font CSS? No, content header we want to find.
Actually, yeah, okay, you can do it that way. No, typography maybe?
Content CSS. Choose.
Okay, so basically this is giving all headers a font size.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound like a great idea. And content SCSS is for what exactly? The file itself. What is it on? It's under components. Content, right?
Okay. Would you mind explaining a bit, if you know about it, explain how these Sass files are organized?
Yeah, sure. Like if George can actually load the tree itself, so we can discuss it.
Yeah. So we are inside include assets Sass. Damn.
Yes. So we have the base part, which is like, I guess, the global stuff. If you open it, you probably find typography and fonts, typography. What's in base? Yeah, so basically this just imports all these and just general stuff over here for the footer. And then in components, you would have presumably like different components that are on the website itself, kind of containerizing all these. So when it said content.scss, I have no idea what that means. I don't have documentation, but I'm guessing it's just for the blog posts and all these stanzas or these blog boxes. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, okay, so components, I see one that speaks to me, for example, CTA, call to action. I imagine it's some kind of button. And this would be an element on the page that is not style generally, it's a specific thing that needs custom styling.
Yes. Yeah.
It does not it does not use global. I mean, it still uses the cascade and is affected by global styling, but it needs some extra styling on its own. And so these components would all be examples of this, right? For example, the logo, the menu.
Yeah. Remember we used the eyebrow? There was the eyebrow and it had Shrek's transform uppercase. George was asking why is it uppercase? And I told him because there's an eyebrow class. So whenever you need an eyebrow, that's how an eyebrow should look like.
DL, what does DL means? Never.
I have no idea.
Okay. And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, a lot of people worked on this and a lot of people touched it. So there is some ambiguity here.
Yeah. Like homepage doesn't feel like a component.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So let's just try to find, like, what are we trying to do? We want to basically fix the font for the header for these blog posts, right? And right now it's content header. If we actually change it to 27 right now, what would happen? Would it change in other places?
So which one was it's this one, right?
Yeah.
This one.
And can you scroll up?
Why?
How does it look?
Wait, it's still 36. Still 36. Didn't I save? I did save.
Okay.
Did the
so let's
crash?
Ooh.
No.
And it recompiled.
So let's see where this is coming from. This 36. If you click on here, it will take you where, or actually here, I think.
Yeah, and it comes from content header. Font size 36. Font size header, and that's the only one, right? There's only one. It has 27 pixels. That's just so weird.
Maybe put it important.
And now it's 27.
What did you do?
Okay. I've restarted the npm start, so just 11t. And now everything is 27 pixels, but that kind of look all right.
Yeah. Okay. My concern is, like, it would change it somewhere else where we didn't really notice. So should we just move on and focus on the blog, or actually worry about other sections of the website?
So if we go look for PPPM content header and check where it's used,
I think it's double
underscore. It's used only on the index, and so for all the HC popular questions, latest blog, featured blogs. So we've seen them.
Yeah, so
we're good.
I think so. It's used where again?
These two.
I can't see.
Popular question and latest question.
That's it? We have 4.
And featured blogs and latest blogs. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so sounds...
We're good.
Okay.
Safe.
I think so, yeah.
No.
Okay.
What's our next step?
Actually, if you look at the Figma design, the AMA, it's 36, and the blog is 27. So there's an inconsistency here, and I'm gonna fix it right now.
Ooh, and the color as well. Like the one is gray, the other one is black. So
Yes. So I'm just gonna stick with the black one and the smaller size. Gonna fix all this.
But that's more work for us.
Okay, George. Let's fix the color.
So it's supposed to be black, and here we have a color that's a gray that's already defined, I guess. Brown
Yeah, we
and
have
gray.
a color called darker gray, I think. It's, yeah, gray darker. At least that's how it's defined in Figma. Let's try gray darker.
Pim.
No. Okay, can you look up the colors in your
Yeah. And
yeah, just
color
search for
SAS.
gray or that.
Ooh.
No, actually, it's
Oh.
being.
Oh, it's imported by the system. No.
Yeah, yeah. So we can go into the repo, the design system you have in the chat.
Yeah. Design system. Utilities.
Maybe.
Possibly. And no.
It's in settings. I remember it from last time.
Yeah. Good memory. Now. Gray dark, gray medium.
Yeah, so it's dark.
Gray dark.
We already had it in front of us. Okay.
Ooh, everything broke now. Why don't you have any CSS? There we go. That's dark.
Yeah. So let's open the Figma. It's kind of get a.
And this is gonna be medium gray, no? Did I see that correctly?
Yeah. And not even maybe. Let me. Gray. It's gray. Just gray.
Just gray.
I think so. Yeah. I just changed it honestly here live in Figma.
Oh.
I just want to like it had like just a black color with opacity at 40%. So I'm just changing it to gray, just to fit with the design system.
It's a title.
Where's Dimitri? He left. He got bored. He got bored and left.
That's feedback. That's strong feedback.
You felt left out, Dimitri. I'm gonna let you drive now, like design stuff.
Oh, not at all. I mean, I guess I couldn't, or I could. I think everyone can, in a sense. We're doing it together, right?
Yeah.
George, I'm very curious. Is that a rendering artifact? There's
Yes.
Like a progress bar kind of thing on the top, right?
Yeah, correctly. Look at my letters. They sparkle. If that's not entertainment, I don't know what is. And yeah, the sparkles appear only when I've typed fast enough.
Nice.
Like,
can you do that in Vim?
You have to ask Vim developers. I don't do that.
Okay. So
now, do we have a gray, just a gray in our design system?
Yeah, it's supposed to be there. No. Wait.
And the
on
color
top.
palettes, it doesn't look like
So we have gray,
there's
medium, and gray
medium.
light.
So I
Okay,
use
let's try
medium.
Let's try that and then light.
Yep. TBD is grand gray medium. Okay. And we want this. And again, I'm losing all the CSS. Ah, what did I forget? Oh, it's not at, it's $.
Yeah, I think an issue I've noticed is that if you have a syntax error in the CSS, it crashes the process. I wonder if there's a better way around this.
Yeah. So can you, what is the color? The actual hex of the color?
3D3E44.
And just looking at the Figma here. So compare. Where's my Figma here? What's the, what was it?
3D3E44.
Yeah, it looks similar enough. Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. Moving on. Can you just look at the browser?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay. So I'm also happy with the spacing still. Like the spacing here is a little too tight. Maybe just add a few pixels. And the spacing here.
Okay.
So I guess in the same class, you added in the content _ something. What was the file called?
The content header?
Yeah.
Oh, and
add
I
the
didn't.
margin.
Yeah.
So it has margin
This
0.
one.
So now let's change the 0 to 0 space and then 16 px. Okay, no, the other way around, sorry. Yeah, the first value would be the horizontal, the vertical, 16 and 0. A little bit more? Yeah. Yeah, let's do it 32 then. Let's go 32.
32?
Is that too much? Yeah, too much. Can you remove the box, like just not highlighted, so you just get a better feel? Over here, you have the box on the Figma.
Oh.
Remove, yeah.
Boom.
Okay. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, let's eyeball it. 24. Yeah, I feel better about this one.
So
But
here we're setting both top margin and bottom margin. Does that have an effect?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, maybe we should just do it margin bottom because now this is too big over here. So just add margin dash bottom here. No, just change the whole value. Just here over here.
Yeah.
Change.
Okay.
No, 24. To you, they're all the same, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's just how
I love the confidence and you're like,
yeah. Yeah, no, it's just like Has it ever been measured? Like, did we show the spacing and did just so we're gonna show this page? How does it feel to you? And so just we showed the other spacing to another class of user and say how do you it makes you feel? And it just because
not
it's
it's not
it hasn't been
something
measured.
like nobody was going to like study the spacing between the latest blog and Mike Burns. It's not that, like it's not like that close to the. It's more about just going back and looking at the whole thing and all these different spaces in the grand scheme of things from a top view, helicopter view, 1,000-mile view, make a difference. Like
And this has been measured. We've shown the helicopter picture to some users for one spacing and the other and said just so does this feel like a better place or this is a better place?
Well, I mean, big part of design is managing white space, right? And that's what we're trying to
Is
do
it?
here. Yeah,
Is just like
it is a very big part of design, especially for readability, like managing white space.
Yeah.
And if you look at like a really badly designed website, it will probably have like less white space than it should.
okay, I see that.
Like
yeah.
But
then 32 is better than 24.
Yeah, but
like there's more white space.
Go over. You don't need to go over. It's not as scientific as you'd like it to be, George.
No, I get it. It's a practice, and
it's also about proportionality and how things just kind of look together.
Yeah.
But if we end up doing 32, nobody's gonna say, "Oh, this is wrong." You know, probably nobody would notice.
Aha.
But
that's
in
my
general,
point.
if you do everything that doesn't look right, or if you just
the combination
with everything, it'll just not look great. There is some kind of subjectivity and fine tuning to it.
Okay. Yeah, but that's why it's a practice, and it feels a bit like magic to me. Like I do see. But I do see how all details are important, and at the same time they're relevant, and it's a combination. It's like making a magic potion. Like you add a rabbit ears and oregano and a little bit of blood, and suddenly you have something that can give you superpowers. It's weird, but it just magic powers doesn't work.
Let me show you something. We can actually go into stuff like if you come in here, and you can add something like this. And designers actually do this stuff. You have these red blocks to dictate the rhythm, and you can do it also for the horizontal stuff. I didn't do it for the horizontal stuff, but I did it for the vertical stuff. But there you can have a system around this stuff, but I just don't want to like make this stream about this, because we just want to implement whatever we had that we developed almost a year ago to Eleventy. We don't want to look at all these details, right?
Yes and no. Like I'd like to know a little bit what I'm doing. Like just is it okay? And gain practice and everything. Is it normal that the latest question and the feature blogs are not aligned?
How are they not aligned?
Column wise? Like a latest question on top there is in
kind of this is not wrong.
It should be on the column. Yeah.
Like this whole block should probably go here to the left.
Yeah, where featured. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, there are some issues here, I guess.
But you can work it as well horizontally. I see that now. Okay, that's good. That's good. That is just that horizontally blocks should have proportion as well.
Yeah, and like I said, like this was developed almost a year ago, and I really don't remember a lot of the thought behind it. But also, the rhythm was also dictated by defining the text, which is not being on your system, it's not showing. But I remember like saying this is an H6 or H3, it should have this amount of line height and this amount of paragraph spacing and all that. That was something done back then. So all of these things were developed before actually putting the website, like defining the colors, defining the spacing, defining the margins on the headers and all that stuff. And then we actually developed the website. So it's like defining variables, you know. You don't, after that's done, you don't really look into it, right? You just type it.
Yeah. Okay. Just we're not gonna remake the design. No. I don't want to. Anyway.
Okay. I hope that was that answered your question.
A little bit, but now, yeah. Okay, after our break, I'll share a little bit of a theory that I have about what we're doing here. It's like, I'm gonna tell the truth to the world. Like, just gonna get your mind blown and
there's
get
a big
conspiracy
here, huh?
Yes, there is.
So
okay.
do I hear that we're good for a 5-minute break now?
Yes.
Cool. So yes, we will be back in 5 minutes, and George is going to reveal his grand theory of what we're doing.
It's the truth. Like, I'll share the truth.
I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm not gonna fight back. I don't want to change. Like, I know George and I can go back and forth for hours, so I don't want to ruin the stream.
No. But it's not about the magic of design. It's about even higher level than that. You'll see.
Okay, sounds good.
See you soon, please.
See you, bye.
Welcome back, George.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We have a comment in the chat, and by the way, feel free to chime in anytime, ask questions, make suggestions. We have the comment about the cliffhanger.
Yes. Okay, so this is a story I believe now. A long time ago, there were four tribes. There was the sales marketing, there were the product people, there were the software developers, and there were the designers. And the software developers were the leading people. Even though the product people thought they were leading, the software developer held their true powers. And somehow, just at some point in the last years, there's a new sources of power that emerged called AI. And now the designers are trying to reclaim the power and their freedoms and are fighting back. And that's why we're making just this page just for designers, so they can just crush us software developers, disrupt the status quo, and just because they can see that our powers is not as strong as it used to be. That's the truth, right, Rami? I've got it. I'm
Sounds
gonna
like
die suddenly in my sleep.
Sounds like an outline for a novel.
It's
Science
just
fiction, not novel.
you think that it's fiction. Yeah, you're just how do you say it? You're ghosting me. Like that's not the truth. That's just fiction. It's just, and suddenly I'm gonna have an accident or something because I've said it in a public channel.
Why are you insisting putting like all these borders and lines between us?
Because
like I did your job last week.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it's exactly that. It's just like I'm lacking skills, and I'm trying to compensate by
Okay.
fighting back. It's like I see
over the break. I know, because you're like somebody who's like, you want something scientific, something palatable. So over the break, I did something on the Figma. If you zoom out a little bit.
a
little bit more, You go to the right. Like, no, I don't want this page. There is this AMA section on the top.
AMA section.
Yeah, and zoom into like the last two pages.
Okay.
So let me
Oops.
I'm gonna. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna change stuff on my side. Okay, so are you? Okay, so you see,
I'm on the
there's.
MA.
So if you press Command dot to remove the sidebars here on the left and right on Figma, Command or whatever is equivalent on Linux. So I guess that's super. Let me just do it.
Yeah.
I think it's a control backslash on Linux.
Oh, backslash. No. Is there a click way to do it?
Let me try to do it. Okay. Can you just?
I love hearing the mechanical keyboard as you try to press the shortcut.
We can make otherwise that window bigger now.
Okay, whatever. Okay. Go to just show them both. So if you notice over here, the one on the left is the actual design, and the one on the right is a design I kind of just on the right side I just screwed up a little bit with the spacing, if you notice.
Yeah, corporate asked me to see the difference between these two pictures. There is no difference.
Okay, so there is something called a squint test, basically, where you add a blurred layer, and the idea is once you add the layer, you as a user should at least get a general sense of what each section is. So on the left one, if I add the layer, and then compare it with the one on the right. So over here on the left, you can see that there's like multiple sections of content. It does kind of look like there's a discussion over here going on, but on the right, you don't really see that. You just see like one paragraph really, or maybe like like a bullet points just going indented to the right.
Yeah.
You don't clearly see the header here on the top. It just mushed. So that's just one test you can do.
Okay.
So I just wanted to demonstrate.
It's nice.
So it's not all like hocus pocus up in there stuff. There are a lot of tests, and this is one of them.
Cool. That's
Does that convince you a little bit?
Yeah. Yes, just partly. Still the 2432 is just like, oh yeah, we can squint it. Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's about the bigger picture. It's not really about the difference of 12 pixels. But if you screw up 12 pixels here and 40 pixels there, and just keep on moving on willy-nilly, not really caring about any of this, it accumulates. Exactly.
Yeah. So
all right.
And now you can code as well. See, you getting more power than us software developers, such as the status quo is unraveling and just. I hope this take on that somehow is just after QAnon there's gonna be the design conspiracy is gonna be a big thing. It's just like I would love to see that being a thing just because it is slightly crazy but believable.
Okay. So what are we doing now?
Okay. One thing that I find weird, like this, but I don't know if it's there as well. This is not aligned with this, and I don't know if it should be. Like for me, it feels.
Yeah. So if you look at the Figma, it's actually aligned, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it should be aligned. So the reason, I guess, is because you have Tuple should really have a shortcut for changing the cursor type. Okay.
So it's a difference between. No, not this one. So here it's there's a P here, and there's
an li here.
Yeah.
And this is an li. That's the difference. So if so can we look at what this translates to in the browser? Like what is the difference in spacing in the browser?
Yeah. PPPPM. So it's the P, I guess, that adds because it's a P.
Yeah.
Compared to.
So
wait, this one CLI like BPPM with a D for.
Yeah. So if we change this to we add just some margin over here on the content subtitle wrapper.
Yeah. So we should get rid of.
How much is this? It's 12 pixels.
But. And so here the wrapper is a content title, like it's wraps both the name and the logo and the title, while here it's only around the title.
Yeah. So we need to dig deeper into the content title and select the first line. We're gonna need to add some new CSS.
Could it also
why
be
why? Go ahead, Dimitri.
Maybe you're going in the same direction. Could it be that the HTML structure is not correct or not what was intended? So perhaps there's a mistake in the levels.
So the one on the right, the spotlights are using LIs because it's just a list of three elements, while this one is not a list on the left.
But even that, how it's on latest blog here. Here, that class content title, I would have it maybe, let's delete this.
So that's the latest blog one.
That's the latest blog. Oh, but yeah, that's the one. So to have it like the others. So that's the equivalent of our LE on the other side. I just want to try to see if the having the structure, and boom.
It's what exactly did you do? You I should be laughing, but
why not? Like, I did.
We weren't trying to remove the spacing. We're trying to add spacing. That's the first problem.
Really?
Yes.
We're trying to add spacing there, then?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to align, and I thought to align, we'll both have the same structure, and that's good. Wait, there is spacing there. There's a bit of spacing, but it's not that. Like.
For me.
Oh yeah, the blur test. Okay, go ahead.
This content title, we're using it as a wrapper. I mean, now it's used the same way everywhere, which I guess it's at least consistent. But isn't the title only the title of the blog post? So on the left, it would be what is generative AI, and so on. The author and date are not really the title itself. So I think that what we had here was correct. But on the left-hand side, or where we have the list of blog posts, we may want to move that title to only wrap the actual title of the post, and then
Yeah.
Well, I don't know exactly where. Yeah, probably here. Yeah.
Just have the same structure left and right. Like this then.
Yeah, but now the spacing is too much. But now we can address this in CSS. So the content title has 12 bottom and top, right?
Yeah.
So no, we make it 6 or just have 12 bottom.
Just 12 bottom. Okay, cool. So let's go check our content title. And margin.
Actually, wait, can we look at the browser again?
Yeah.
So now this is 6 margin?
Yeah. 6 top and bottom.
Yeah, but if you notice, it's still very close to the header, right? There should be like maybe double the space between this one and this one, just to give visual separation. Like we need to communicate that this is one part, and this is another different part, right? So this needs to be like this. Sorry, the space between featured blog and the name should be at least double the space between the name and the title.
So that should be on the content header, or rather, no, like adding margin to push the stuff.
Yeah.
Both down rather than push up.
Yeah, I think that, yeah.
Content header and margin bottom. I don't know. Oh, did I break it again? I might have broke it again.
What did you do?
Did I break it all? Oh, because margin bottom. No, the other one.
No,
margin title.
No, you need a column here.
Oh yeah, because I was in the middle of writing something. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'm not happy.
No.
Yeah, so maybe 12 is too much. I would make it 6. And
on the
name, between the name and the title.
So this one 6 like this.
Yeah, this looks better, no?
6 and 32. Yeah, yeah, maybe.
Also, it looks like those values were copied from the CSS that Figma generates, and as we established last time, this is not.
Mm-hmm.
It's precise, but it doesn't necessarily fit the design system itself, because Figma is a little bit off compared to the design system that we're using.
Ooh, why?
No, you did the opposite.
Why so much? Oh, no. Did I do the opposite? Like this one is.
No, if you highlight
32.
Highlight these. Yeah, see 32.
Oh. Content header, content title. Oh, just boom. No, I need to restart.
This is not a good workflow. We don't need to restart. Why is it like this?
No idea. Oh, because I'm breaking the SAS constantly, I guess.
But okay.
No
All
idea.
right.
Otherwise,
And then you have this issue over here. You don't need this much space. But because you added it on all of them, right? Because you have, why is it this much?
I think this is from what we did last time, perhaps, where we were trying to separate the excerpt itself. So this is just
content excerpt
poor
P.
thinking from last time.
No, it's being added from the title, right? Like, oh, sorry. No,
I don't
there
think
was
so.
this 32. No, it's coming like.
It's coming
here.
from this P.
From the P?
I guess it's just a paragraph, and paragraphs have a,
Yeah.
by default in this browser, they have a top and bottom margin.
Can we look at the computed here?
Yeah, computed.
Yeah. Collapse this. Where is this margin coming from? From the default? But it still should say it, right? Or is it shouldn't?
So we have a margin 32 on that P.
Mm-hmm.
You can also search in computed. You can filter the styles. And I don't know what's the checkbox for browser styles. Maybe it comes from there.
Yeah, that's right. It's for browser style. So maybe we need to add it like nested inside of content excerpt. Do you have a something for yeah, there it is. This one. So, but if you add it here, it will also affect anchors or links.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that. So you see, like here, the one on the bottom here, just copy the same concept, but give it
with P.
Question about systems here. We're doing it one way, or we're doing it a way, which is changing the content excerpt or changing the component we're working on. Is there a when would you prefer this, and when would you prefer something like a global reset or some other thing that is a more global style?
Well, resets should be part of any project, right? I don't know if we have it here now or not, but it should be there, and that's the result of the reset. If the reset gives you 32, then it is what it is. Now we override it.
I'll check on that. If it says that it is a browser style, then it wouldn't come from the reset, because otherwise it would say it comes from our CSS.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I was mistaken. So I guess it's not being reset. Maybe we're not using resets. Can we double check? This looks better already, right?
Yeah.
So that's a very interesting question, Dimitar. Let's can we look, George, if we're using any resets?
How do I check that? Or like, where should I find resets?
Or it should be in the SAS folder.
In the base, no, the base is going to import.
Yeah, we're not using it, seems like it. Can you look at utilities? There's a folder, I remember it was called utilities. Yeah, we're not using it. So that's, I guess, something we can work on some other time. I just don't want to derail our efforts here. Maybe just add an issue in the repo. I'll do that after.
Okay, good.
Okay, so What else do we have? We have this thing over here.
Cool.
So
We have
yeah, let's look at this. I guess the arrow is up and after, is under the after. If you expand the the anchor link here, yeah, it's under the after here. This is the arrow. So what we need to do is make them inline. I don't know, if maybe change the display to inline block. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the live website, and the style is more like what we had rather than what we have in the Figma. So I don't know, maybe also something changed between this Figma mockup was designed and now.
Yeah, if you look at here also, it's like that. So maybe it's not a problem.
Okay.
I would vote for keeping it consistent with the main website. So
yeah, on the main website, it's the 2-line version with the arrow below, and there's a hover animation when you put your mouse over the link. It removes the underline and it shifts the arrows ever so slightly.
So in this case, I would follow George's method of designing and change the Figma.
Yes.
I'm doing
one person at a time. That's how the battle is going to win.
Okay. Now it's fixed. Thank you, George, for the inspiration. Okay.
How often do you do this when you work on any project? Do you ever go back and change the Figma to reflect what was actually implemented?
Oh, not so often, really. But I guess I'm doing it right now because it's a collaborative thing, like all of us are working on. Plus, it's also like an obvious issue because there was an arrow that was right. Like there is a problem in the design itself. Like there was one section where it had them vertical and the others were horizontal. It just didn't make sense. But generally, I don't really go back to fix things because that's not the point. The point is the actual final design, right? So to answer that question, it really depends on clarity and just communication between team members. If it would cause any issues, I would fix it. But if it won't, there's no point. Unless I want to use it for a portfolio or screenshots, stuff like that.
Right. Whatever goes into production, that's the one that matters. And the previous versions are iterations, they're prototypes, they're work in progress.
Yeah. And this change is not big enough to consider it as an iteration. It's just a minor edit. Okay. So now we have the continue reading, which was problematic last time, right?
Yeah.
Demeter, do you remember? Like we had multiple issues. We had issues with like the truncation, yes. And we had an issue with aligning them, right?
Yeah. I think we came to the conclusion that we could have only one. So either if we use the clamp, was it?
Yeah.
If we use clamp, then we cannot have the continue reading on the same line. If we don't have clamp, then we can have both elements be inline or inline block. I don't remember which one.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, the continue reading stays on the same line as we see in the Figma.
Mm-hmm. So before getting into that, is this truncating? Probably if we have like a very long paragraph, what would happen? Would it truncate right now? would it be truncated from the source or from like actual backend code or not?
So that's a good question. I guess right now it's not truncating.
I think that's the way to go, right?
Yeah. And again, how? So my question here is how robust does the design need to be? Because maybe you can guarantee that the backend always, or that your information source is always a certain shape. But what if you cannot? What if you know that sometimes there's maybe an extra line in there or something? Would you then go the extra step of enforcing with CSS some kind of truncation, or would you have like a content style guide to make sure that okay, we always write 3 lines of text there? That's
So you mean
that's a question, I guess, more in general for projects, not necessarily this one.
yeah. Now that you ask this question, maybe it's just better to do it in CSS. But I remember last time we tried doing it, there was we had trouble getting clamp right. Also, I just noticed that you have blame Rami and blame Dimitar. What's this? Why are you blaming us?
That's a Git name, Git function command. It's just for over history. You can see the history of who changed a file, but I think that they're changing the.
Hello? We lost George. Or
Was blame.
hello?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just to see who changed the line.
Okay. Yeah, so to answer your question, Dimitar, it might be easier just to do it in CSS, right? But also, like, what would happen if the first paragraph is very short and we need to take more? Second paragraph, right?
Right. Yeah.
So is the backend serving the whole thing and we're truncating it, or is it serving the first paragraph?
The thing that George is highlighting, the excerpt, this is where it happens, and we can always tweak this function here to serve our purpose. So this is technically not on the backend; it's the code that generates the website. But we have access to the whole blog post, and we can decide. We have an interesting comment. I find sometimes the client wants full control, so we give them a short blurb in the CMS.
Yeah.
Right. So that would be like extra help, contextual help in the CMS to say, write a short paragraph here, or write this length of text. Makes sense.
Yeah, giving the client the power to write the excerpt itself. Do we? Just thinking, just in our feed, we don't have we do have the summary.
Yeah.
And the summary is created.
But like summaries are not very long. It's just one sentence. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
How are you doing it in the main website?
No idea.
Do you mean on the blog index itself?
Yeah.
There.
Oh no, I mean on Thoughtbot blog.
Yeah. So on the Thoughtbot blog, we show the summary, but in this Figma mockup, I thought that we were showing actually that's the beginning of the blog post?
Yeah, because the ThoughtSpot blog is just one column. Over here, it's two columns. So having a short sentence on the blog on the left would just look very weird. Like if we actually remove, like, edit this and have it look like this, it just looks off, right? Or not so much.
Then you make it bigger.
No, just have enough content there to cover the three.
True. And that's
I don't
why
know.
the font size is bigger. No?
I mean bigger in terms of
Font
font.
size. Yes.
No.
That's my design solution.
George.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm guessing when it was designed, there were no technical considerations
Yeah.
taken, and so intuitively it does look good when it's the first paragraph or the first few words of the blog post, right? It's not. It was designed this way, like it's on purpose that it's the beginning of the blog post and not the summary of the blog post.
Yeah. But if we want to go with a summary and see how it looks, we can do that.
And as well, I'm wondering, so here the first child, if it starts by an image or something else, does that mean that it is the first child is going to be the image tag?
Oh, for sure, this code is not robust enough. So we've identified edge cases with the short paragraphs, non-text content, and I guess 2 long paragraphs as well.
Yeah.
This is a bit short. And somehow, because we've lost the P, haven't we? We had a paragraph normally around.
I think most of the blog post summaries are 1-2 sentences short. I think they're supposed to be one sentence, but sometimes it's a little bit of a what do you call it? Like a teaser.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, I think it's used in like social media.
I'm curious about the dollar. Pew. So yeah, it's always going to be one sentence.
So this is a summary, right?
That's a summary.
Yeah, you can keep it that way.
And then
what are you doing?
I'm trying to push the continue reading down so it takes more space. I'm experimenting with design. I'm just thought that this but it doesn't want. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to push it a little bit more? Add more. It already has 40.
No, but I just you're inside that that div is pushing them both now. Okay, never mind. I was experimenting, failing at experiments.
So should we have it on the same line? and make the C lowercase, 3 dots, continue reading. I like it that way more.
Yeah, correct. The 3 dots can be added here and
Yeah.
then content excerpt, but then no.
Try inline.
How do we?
Or sorry, the paragraph should be inline probably.
Yeah, the paragraph is in line and lower C.
Yeah.
What bothers me with this technique is that the summary is written as a full sentence, as in it's one complete thought. And now if we put an ellipsis, we're making it look like there's more content after this, but somehow grammatically it doesn't make sense anymore, or we are modifying the intent of the author of the blog post.
Can you tell us what you're trying to do?
I'm cheating.
What if? So you just want to randomly choose some of these?
Yeah. Yeah. That we can just insert here. There's no sample in GS. How do I get I need to do a random. Random 3 modulo 3.
Okay, but
or something like
none
this.
of these sentences make sense in the context of like, what does maybe let's explore, but what does what if mean?
And what if ... and that's the cliffhanger. Just you want to continue reading. It's all sentences that follow up with a ... You feel like, oh, just maybe, just
okay. I'll commit this and put blame George on this one.
Okay, I have another suggestion or another idea we might want to explore.
Yes.
We've been focusing a lot on automatically pulling content from the blog, but an alternative would be putting that content in the CMS and not directly connecting to the blog, but letting people choose which blog post do we want to feature, and in general, which blog post do we want to feature. I've seen that. Well, right now we have sample content on there. I think it's not only the design category, but even if we look at the design categories, sometimes I guess it's not like we don't want to automatically feature at any latest blog post, but what if we want to feature some of them longer? Like latest and featured is not that doesn't mean the same thing to me. So latest is generally latest, yes, but featured, it sounds like you want to focus more on it. Maybe it's a really impactful blog post, and not that's how do I say this? I don't want to diminish the importance of some of the blog posts, but I guess the intent behind having some of them featured is you want to select this one as worth reading right now.
Yeah. And we don't have that functionality, right?
Yeah, we don't have it, and it would be hard to implement on the back end because, someone there needs to decide. But if someone is making an editorial decision, that might as well be in the CMS of this page.
But we don't have a CMS, do we?
And we do, I think.
Aren't we
might
just pulling
be-
the stuff from the blog? The main blog?
Right
That's
now,
the CMS we're using.
right, yeah. But I think we do have, look at this admin config YAML. I think we have, it used to be called Netlify TMS. I don't know what the name is nowadays. Yeah. It looks like we do have a CMS for some of the resources. Not on this page, but on other pages.
Which is Netlify, right?
Yeah, I have to find the current name of the CMS.
Sounds like a stream for next week.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just saying this is an alternative to what we're doing right now, because if again, and thanks to the comment in the chat that sometimes clients want full control, so we give just give them the flexibility in the CMS. What if we're trying to find a technical solution to a problem that we can fix in a non-technical way?
That's a good idea. Instead of hacking a half-assed solution, that kind of just, it would have worked. And just my what if, let explore and everything would have drawn so much clicks. But yeah. I get that. Giving the clients just the options and the configuration, as at least afterwards, the software developer is not to be blamed. So that's great. That's what we want.
Yeah. Cool.
With that in mind, would we want to continue down this path, or do we want to finish up something else in the CSS?
I think we're done. No, there's something else missing. Like right now.
You're asking me? I gain design eyes. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's more or less there. Maybe the only thing that I would add would be the spacing between these. It's a little bit too much.
These.
Wait, stop. These. A little bit too much. It's equal to this, so it doesn't really give you a sense that these are one thing and separate from the header, you know. So
yeah.
just a little bit, like very minimal change. But to me, everything is fine. Maybe you can address what Dimitar is doing, saying next week, because we have 10 minutes, and we would like also to commit this stuff, right?
Yes, and write a nice message. That's fun. Oh, it's a margin. No. Why? So that's a margin top, but then he's got a bottom. Oh yeah, margin bottom.
Yeah, so 18 maybe.
PPM. Yeah, I like that.
It didn't change.
Oh,
did it change?
Didn't it?
Yeah, the workflow is.
Oh no, it didn't.
It did?
Okay. No, it didn't. Right. Somehow the CSS is not.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it changed.
Yeah. No, so you actually see the difference between this space from here to here and this space, right?
Sure. And the fact that they're closer and having 3 maybe doesn't make it so problematic though that this is a one sentence thing.
Yeah.
the three dots. Yeah. Okay, then we'll explore the just maybe giving the user more of a say over what appears and what appears in general.
I just thought of another argument in favor of it. We were discussing how these pictures, the author pictures, are not available if we import directly from the blog post. But if you had a CMS, you could manage that. Doesn't really answer the question of what happens when you have multiple authors, but I guess that's for the editor to decide.
Boom.
Cool.
Boom.
Can we look at how it will look like on mobile? Just a section. The rest of the website is a mess. So yeah, this is something we need to address. Yeah, so we need to give it like full width. You want to look at that now, or yeah, it's just one, like it's just taking half a column for some reason.
What is?
Can you look?
It's a section.
Yeah, can you look at?
No, it's just this.
Yeah, so you have this gap too. Can you remove? Can you uncheck these?
Yeah.
No. You have the 50%. Yeah.
DBS inline size 50%.
Yeah. So this we need to add this on. Sorry. We need to add this on using what was it called?
A media query.
Spaced out. Yeah, media query.
Yeah. What was the name? TDS inline stacket time. And where is this one? Oh, that comes from the design system. So we need to create a class for this and then have the. Or can we override it? No, we can't.
Okay, so.
Or maybe this is defined somewhere? No. That also comes from.
Can we look into the design system docs?
Yeah. So it's not.
Breakpoints. You had breakpoints at the bottom.
Of the utilities?
Oh, yeah. You found it in the utilities, yeah.
So you need to add large, maybe? No, yeah, here.
What?
After the 50%.
Yeah.
Add large.
But which one am I looking at? Not popular question. Well, it's going to be all of them, but the blogs are the ones that.
Yeah.
Latest blog at large. Boom. And how does it look now? Oh, and for the feature blogs as well. And latest blog and feature blogs for you.
Search 50%.
Yeah.
Oh, you found it? Okay. Yeah. There's a bit of a lag.
Bam.
Okay, and now we need to push the read block to the right. Read our block. It's just floating in the middle, nowhere for some reason. Yeah, because of the right absolute. Yeah, but we're gonna need that on the desktop version.
Yeah.
So we'll find these and maybe, okay, what happens if we, put the at large over there also? No, on the
What, right?
class, in the mark, maybe add at large.
Oh yeah, on the Ninja TTQ read our blog, and it's section CTA, I think.
But this would align it to the left. It's yeah, it's not gonna work this way. I'd suggest we postpone this for next time, just being conscious of time, because we need to.
Yeah. Oh, true. Bam. Now, what do I call this branch?
Before we commit, actually, can we look at it at a slightly larger size? Because we looked at a desktop size and a mobile size, but there's an infinite number of sizes in between.
Yeah. So yeah. No, George, if you can go back to the inspector, inspector mode, and click on the mobile, and then on the top here, change to responsive. You don't have that here. I think that was
I guess
Chrome.
also what you were doing with dragging, that works.
Yeah, that would work also. Okay.
PPPView. Oh yeah, it's on top. It's this one. As large. Why? Didn't I save it? I did save it.
Fix this?
I thought I did. Oh, it's on popular question. I'm on not.
Yeah.
That's a one. And now we're large and it moved. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look so bad. Might need some tweaking here and there, but generally it's fine, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, we change the Figma.
I'm not so happy with this. The space over here is too big. And this read blog, I would anchor it to the left, to the right over here.
Oh, it's because of. Okay. Let you take notes of that.
Yeah. I'll take notes.
I didn't see what was the convention for writing branches on the repo on the old.
What do you mean convention?
I don't know. There's a name like. Just okay. Then would be read.
I usually just do Rami dash, but now we're working together, so it does make sense too.
Yeah. I just like continued design
blog section.
Blog section. Index. Good. Good. Now, what are we gonna add? We're not gonna add this. We're gonna add. Yes. 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 That's a formatted post, a summary. Yes. For now.
I wouldn't. I actually wouldn't, right? Because that's not a styling thing anymore. Or.
Oh, the selection of blogs.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. You can add it, and we can
remove it.
It's in the branch anyhow.
Sorry, George. What was the command that you did for this prompt thing? I always either.
Minus P.
Minus P. Okay. So P is for
patch. It's
prompt.
called git add patch. git add -- patch.
Okay.
PPPum. So we change the orders of authors like title. We change colors on titles. Titles. We change. We limit the. But it's just we're gonna remove it. But let's put in commit so we know. Did we change the font size of the blog content? No. What did we change?
No.
We made it look better on mobile.
Oh yeah,
Or
we
on
made blogs responsive, mobile responsive. PPPum. No Copilot. And that's enough, more or less, no? Is there one big thing that we've changed?
We proved that designers are more important than.
Yes, that's just. Thank you. It was just
so
telling me that the status quo is changing.
In your commit message, you have a commit body, but we don't really have a commit title. Do we want to summarize these things?
Design the blog section. Blog section index.
And then the co-authors.
Ooh, okay, cool. GH collab. Is it you? SU. Crack of Dusk. This one, I guess.
Yeah.
You could take the first one, or you could take the Thoughtbot email. That's fine.
And then Rami, what's your GitHub nickname?
Rtaiba. RTAI BAH.
Ah, no. You didn't contribute to anything on public repo. It looks like.
Okay.
So author.
That's not true, but okay.
Just like maybe Taiba and your Rami at Thoughtbot.
Yeah, sure.
Now we're good. Closing it, committing it. Bam. Normally, it's closed. Oh, because I have the. That's okay.
I recently found a Git option that allows you to always be able to push without setting a what do you call it, a remote. I guess you have the same,
okay.
right? Because you didn't set the. Did you need to set the upstream here?
Oh, my remote is because I've cleaned from. Like I don't understand.
Never mind. We can discuss this next time.
Okay, fine. Oh yeah, so it's time. Thank you, Rami, Dimitar. Don't forget to share our Instagram profiles for all our pictures of us in swimsuits and followers and everything. But
yeah, we're not in this for the glory.
Just
or the fame.
Ooh, I was thinking though. Just okay. No. It's for next time. TDD test driven design, but as a game. Whenever we get a red, we strip off one piece of clothing.
You mean the error in the linter?
Yeah. No, but we would, no, because then we would get too fast naked.
Yeah, I fear this is not a work-friendly game. Doesn't comply with our code of conduct.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, okay. Let's think about a good TDD game then later. Thank you, Dyson Returns. And we see you all next week.
See you. Bye.
Bye.